Hello students, today we are going to start a very interesting lesson from class 9 English book Moments, which is a supplementary reader, The Adventures of Toto. It is written by the famous author Ruskin Bond. So as you can see the picture, Toto is definitely a monkey. So Toto is a monkey. So what adventures did grandfather have with this monkey is being focused in this story. Now we keep various types of pets, right? But one thing is for sure that we should keep pets only to those who knows the concept of domestication, means who can be with ourselves, right? Every animal cannot become a pet. Suppose you bring an anaconda at home, will the anaconda become a pet like that? So the anaconda will definitely not. But if you bring a dog, if you bring a puppy, the puppy will definitely become a very good pet. But the way the puppy becomes a pet, the similar way the cat doesn't. If you bring a kitten, then the kitten will behave normally, but whenever it will turn into a cat, the kitten will not behave like a pet. It will behave on its own. So just because of the fact that something is looking cute to you doesn't mean that you will make pet actually. Okay. So if something is looking cute, then it is not that you will make pet. In order to make pet, you have to take into some considerations beforehand. So we are starting with this Ruskin Bond's Adventures of Toto. But first let us know who Ruskin Bond was. So as you can see that so Ruskin Bond, this man, so he was born on 19th of May 1934. So he is an Indian author of British descent. So Ruskin Bond was born in Edith Clerk, and so he was born, his father's name was Edith Clerk and his mother's name was Orby Alexander Bond in Kausali, Punjab, in the Punjab Estates Agency. He was born. So his father taught English to the Princess of Jamnagar Palace, and Ruskin and his sister Ellen lived there till he was 6. Later, Ruskin's father joined the Royal Air Force in 1939, and Ruskin, along with his mother and sister, went to live at maternal home in Dehradun. His first novel, The Room on the Roof, received the John Llewellyn Rhys Prize in 1957, and he was awarded the Sahitya Akademi Award in 1992 for Our Trees Still Grow in Dehra, his short novel in English. So this is his short novel in English. So Bond has written hundreds of short stories, essays, novellas and books for children. He was awarded the Padma Shri in 1999 and the Padma Bhushan in 2014. He lives with his adopted family in Landour in Mussoorie. So this man is still living and he is constantly going on writing. Okay. So he lives with his adopted family actually. Okay, anyone can meet him if you visit Mussoorie. So let us get introduced with the text. So Toto, Adventures of Toto. So let's get introduced. So this is a humorous and adventurous story of a naughty monkey named Toto. So it is about a naughty monkey called Toto. The writer's grandfather bought the monkey from a Tonga driver, and the pranks played by Toto have been narrated in an interesting way and make the story a must read for us. So a Tonga driver, Tonga, this is a Tonga. So the grandfather brought Toto from a Tonga driver, and the monkey was belongs to this driver, and how the monkey behaves in a different situation is what the story is all about. So quickly let's move into the story. Yes. Grandfather bought Toto from a Tonga driver for the sum of 5 rupees. The Tonga driver used to keep the little red monkey tied to a feeding trough, and the monkey looked so out of place there that grandfather decided he would add the little fellow to the private zoo. So this is about grandfather's hobby. So we are imagining here that a narrator has his own grandfather, and his grandfather is having a zoo at a kind of small zoo in his little home. Means his grandfather is very fond of animals, and he has kept many types of pet, but he has not kept any monkey. So what are the adventures of this monkey? It is a very interesting story. Let's see. Toto was a pretty monkey. His bright eyes sparkled with mischief beneath deep-set eyebrows, and his teeth, which were pearly white, were often displayed in a smile that frightened the life of elderly Anglo-Indian ladies. But his hands looked dried up as though they had been picked in the sun for many years. Yet his fingers were quick and wicked, and his tail, while adding to his good looks, grandfather believed the tail would add to anyone's good looks, also served as third hand. He could use it to hang from a branch, and it was capable of scooping up any delicacy that might be out of reach of his hands. So, the next stanza gives us a description of the pretty monkey. So the pretty monkey's eyes sparkled with mischief, means he was a very mischievous monkey. And this is the nature of monkey, right? This is the nature of monkey. Monkeys are always mischievous, and his hands looked dried up. His fingers were quick and wicked, and the monkey used the tail as his third hand, sometimes for taking things. So he will take anything which might be out of his reach of his hand. So this is all about the monkey. So just the fact that the monkey looked cute to the grandfather, so the grandfather decided to keep the monkey as his pet. Now what are the problems that might happen? Grandmother is there are other family members. Will the other family members accept the monkey? Will the monkey accept the other family members? Is it just as simple as that? Let's see. So grandmother, always first with grandfather, brought home some new bird or animal. So it was decided that Toto's present should be kept a secret from her until she was in a particularly good mood. Grandfather and I put him away in a little closet opening into my bedroom wall, where he was tied securely, or so we thought, to a peg fastened to the wall. So the animal was tied up first in a closet, in a kind of almirah. The animal was tied up. So he was tied securely. He thought he will be able to keep there. So they are considering it as a kind of what? A kind of toy animal. If you keep the toy animal secretly, the toy animal will be there. But it is a real monkey. The monkey won't be there like that. The monkey is a living animal. The monkey wants freedom always. So what will the monkey do? The monkey will try to get out of the place definitely. And definitely a few hours later, when grandfather and I came back to release Toto, we found that the walls, which had been covered with some ornamental paper chosen by grandfather, now stood out as naked brick and plaster. The peg in the wall had been raised from its socket, and my school blazer, which had been hanging there, was in shreds. So the monkey, in order to get out, already tried to the monkey tried to get out from the place, and the monkey is scratching the wall. Means the monkey is imagining that if I scratch the wall, then I will be able to get out. The monkey is not fitting there. The monkey is willing to go back to its master, perhaps. So the wall peg has been raised from the socket. The school blazer which was hanging there was teared into pieces because the monkey was angry. Why was he kept like that? So the already monkey start causing damages, and this is what Ruskin Bond says. I wonder what grandmother would say, but grandfather didn't worry. He seemed so pleased with Toto's performance. So grandfather was pleased with Toto's performance. He's clever, said grandfather. Given time, I'm sure he would have tied the torn pieces of your blazer into a rope and made his escape from the window. So the grandfather said that the monkey is no doubt intelligent, the monkey is clever. The monkey tried to get out, and he has torn your blazer. And if you have given in time, then the monkey could have tied up all the pieces of blazer and run out and escape. So grandmother was not known, not informed at all. His presence in the house is still a secret. Toto was now transferred to a big cage in the servants' quarter where a number of grandfather's pets lived very sociably together. A tortoise, a pair of rabbits, a tame squirrel, and for my pet goat. But the monkey wouldn't allow any of his companions to sleep at night. So grandfather, who had to leave Dehradun next day to collect his pension in Saharanpur, decided to take him along. So the problem with this monkey is this, that the monkey is not fitting anywhere else. The monkey wants to get out. The monkey wants to be in the nature. But the members of the family, just because the fact that the monkey is looking cute, is not allowing at all the monkey to be in the wild. Grandfather thought he was a misfit in that place. So he took and he brought him near the zoo. In his own zoo, there are a lot of other animals. But the monkey will not allow anybody to sleep. The monkey is constantly disturbing. The monkey is willing to escape. And the monkey will do whatever he pleases. To the monkey, it seemed like a prison where he only needs food. And rest of the thing, he doesn't need anything. He just wants to escape. So what happened in the next trip in the train? Definitely if the grandfather is going to Dehradun, he will go in train. What happens in the train is what is very interesting in this story. So let's see. Unfortunately, I could not accompany grandfather on that trip. But he told me about it afterwards. A big black canvas kit bag was provided for Toto. This with some straw at the bottom became his new abode. When the bag was closed, there was no escape. Toto could not get his hand through the opening, and the canvas was too strong for him to bite his way through. His efforts to get out only had the effect of making the bag roll out on the floor or occasionally jump into the air. An exhibition that attracted curious crowds of onlookers on the Dehradun railway platform. So in the Dehradun railway platform, suppose, imagine that suddenly a bag started to jump. If a bag suddenly starts to jump, then what will happen? The crowd will gather. Why is the bag jumping? Perhaps something is in the bag. Now in the railway there is a rule that if you take pets, then you should pay for the pets, and the pets means generally cats, dogs, like that. So for the dog, if you carry dog, you will have to give an extra charge, but only for dogs, because dogs are a very sociable pet, but not for other animals there are mentioned any charges. So let's see what happens with Toto. Toto is a monkey. So this monkey is so means wicked that Toto remained in the bag as far as Saharanpur, but while grandfather was producing his ticket at the railway turnstile, Toto suddenly poked his head out of the bag and gave a ticket collector a wide grin. So he suddenly, in front of the ticket collector, gave a wide smile. Through the whole way, grandfather has not taken ticket for this monkey, and only at the time of ticket collector, the monkey is taking out his head. So this is the mischief. Now what the ticket collector will say? Ticket collector will ask money for the pet, but what the ticket collector is actually saying? The poor man was taken aback, but with great presence of mind and much to grandfather's annoyance, he said, "Sir, you have a dog with you. You will have to pay it accordingly." So the ticket collector was suddenly taken aback at the monkey, but to the grandfather he said, "Sir, you have a dog." And Toto was a monkey, not a dog. So in vain did grandfather take Toto out of the bag. In vain did he try to prove that a monkey did not qualify as a dog or even as a quadruped. Toto was classified a dog by the ticket collector, and 3 rupees was the sum handed over as fare. So 3 rupees fare was taken. Then grandfather, just to get his own bag, took from his pocket our pet tortoise and said, "What must I pay for this, since you charge for all animals?" So I take animals with me. So what will we charge for my tortoise? If you are charging as a pet, for the pet. The ticket collector closely looked to the tortoise, prodded it with his forefinger, gave grandfather a pleased triumphant look and said, "No charge, it's not a dog." So tortoise cannot be dog, but a monkey can classify it as a dog, because the monkey was traveling. So what do you see? The ticket collector was just taking an opportunity here. The ticket collector just took an opportunity to take some extra money. Toto was definitely not a dog, so grandfather should not have paid at all for any pets. If the payment was only for dog, then neither the tortoise, neither the monkey was a dog, but the ticket collector took this opportunity. So now, when Toto was finally accepted by grandmother, he was given a comfortable home in the stable, where he had for a companion a family donkey, their family donkey Nana. On Toto's first night in the stable, grandfather paid him a visit to see if he was comfortable. To his surprise, he found Nana without apparent cause pulling at her halter and trying to keep her head as far as possible from a bundle of hay. So in the bundle of hay, Toto lay, and Toto caused so much disturbance to the donkey, okay, in the stable, that the donkey was also fed up with the monkey. So what was the donkey doing? So grandfather gave Nana a slap across her haunches, and she jerked back, dragging Toto with her. So he had fastened onto her long ears with his sharp little teeth. So the monkey was fastened into the long ears of the donkey with the sharp teeth, and the monkey was misbehaving. So Toto and Nana never became friends. Definitely they are of different genre. Monkey itself is a mischievous animal. So the monkey will never become friends. A great treat for Toto during cool winter evenings was a large bowl of warm water given by him by grandmother for his bath. So he would cunningly test the temperature with his hand, then gradually step into the bath. The first one foot, then the other, as he had seen me doing, until he was into the water up to his neck. So see, the monkey is learning to imitate how to bath. Okay, and monkey is imitating the narrator. The narrator used to bath like this. He would test the temperature with his hand, then he will take one foot, then another, and then he will warm up to his neck. So as if the narrator takes bath in a bathtub, similarly the Toto monkey was also taking bath like that. So what happened next? So once comfortable inside the bathtub, he would take the soap in his hands or feet and rub himself all over. And when the water became cold, he would get out and run as quickly as he could for the kitchen fire in order to dry himself. If anyone laughed at him during this performance, Toto's feelings would be hurt and he would refuse to go on with his bath. One day, Toto nearly succeeded in boiling himself alive. So there is another incident. So Toto was a sensible animal. So he would just bath like the narrator did. But if you laugh at that moment, what the monkey is doing, then the Toto will be annoyed by that. Okay, his prestige would definitely hurt. Okay, and the monkey will not take bath on that day. So this was the attitude of the monkey. And one day he totally boiled himself. So what happened? Let's see. So there are so many adventures that the monkey is doing constantly. First he is tearing up the blazer. Secondly, he is up in the railway platforms. Okay, in the railway platform taking out his head suddenly at that time. Then he is disturbing the donkey. He is not allowing any other animals to sleep. Okay. Then the monkey is taking bath in this way. Then there is a mischief that is going on. Let's see. So a large kitchen kettle had been left on the fire to boil for tea. So for tea, grandmother boiled one kettle of tea. And Toto, finding himself with nothing better to do, decided to remove the lid. Finding the water just warm enough for a bath, he got in with his head sticking out from the open kettle. This was just fine for a while, until the water began to boil. Toto then raised himself a little, but finding it was cold outside, sat down again. He continued hopping up and down for some time until grandmother arrived and hauled him half boiled out of the kettle. So he was about to boil, so what he did, inside the kettle he just decided to take a bath. He was such a small monkey that he will definitely fit in the kettle. And when the water started to boil, he raised himself a little, and when it was cold outside, he sat down again. Again he was continuing hopping up and down, enjoying the thing, and he was not realizing why the water was boiling. So grandmother came at that time and it took him out. So Toto was entirely a mischievous monkey. So if there is a part of the brain especially devoted to mischief, that part was largely developed in Toto. So Toto was extremely mischievous monkey and his brain is designed for doing mischiefs. Okay, if a part of brain is there to do mischief, then that part of the brain of the monkey was largely developed in Toto. He was always tearing things to pieces. So he was not a sociable animal. He was tearing things to pieces. Whenever any of my aunts came near him, he made every effort to get hold of her dress and tear a hole in it. So when any of his aunts came near him, he would tear everybody's dress. So he was a mischievous monkey. And the last thing that happened, which made grandfather decided to take Toto back to the Tonga driver, is a large dish of pulao. One day at lunchtime, a large dish of pulao stood in the center of the dining table. We entered the room to find Toto stuffing himself with rice. My grandmother screamed and Toto threw a plate at her. So during the last time, a large dish of pulao was cooked in the house. And when they entered, then he saw that Toto was eating the rice totally. He enjoyed it. And when my grandmother screamed, Toto threw a plate at grandmother. He was attacking her grandmother. He just wanted the food. He just loved the food and he wanted the food. One of my aunts rushed forward and received a glass of water in the face. So he threw a glass. So he will eat means he will eat. When grandfather arrived, Toto picked up the dish of pulao and made his exit through a window. So when grandfather arrived, he picked up the dish and made his exit. We found him in the branches of a jackfruit tree, the dish still in his arms. So in the jackfruit tree, one of the branches, he was taking the dish in his arms. He remained there all afternoon, eating slowly through the rice, determined to finish every grain. So he was so impressed by the food that he decided to eat each and every grain of it. And then in order to make grandmother angry, who had screamed at him, he threw the dish down from the tree. So he threw the dish and chattered with delight when it broke into 100 pieces. So it was a plate, and when the dish broke into 100 pieces, he laughed at it. So he has no care for the other things in the home. Obviously, Toto was not the sort of pet we could keep for long. Even grandfather realized that. So grandfather also realized that we cannot keep Toto for a long time. He will not pet. We were not that well-to-do family and could not afford the frequent loss of dishes. Curtains, clothes, curtains and wallpaper. So we cannot afford the loss of so many things. And the Toto was extremely mischievous. So grandfather found the Tonga driver and sold Toto back to him only for 3 rupees. So that grandfather once again found the Tonga driver and sold the monkey for 3 rupees only. Because Toto was a misfit in the place. He loved animals, but Toto was totally a misfit. So this is why it is said that you should keep pets only to those who knows the sense of domestication. Toto monkey cannot be a pet at all. And this story proved that. So again to this Tonga driver, the monkey was taken back. So quickly let's get into the summary. So adventure of Toto summary. So the writer's grandfather liked to collect animals and had a zoo at home. Once he bought a monkey named Toto from a Tonga driver for the sum of 5 rupees. Toto was kept secretly as the grandmother disliked animals. Toto was very mischievous. When the writer and his grandmother hid Toto in a cupboard and tied him to a hook, he broke the hook and caused havoc in the room. The next day, when he was kept in the servant's room along with other animals, he did not let them sleep all night. As grandfather had to go to Saharanpur for work, he decided to take the monkey along with him. He carried Toto in a strong bag made of canvas and closed the zip so nicely that Toto could not escape. Toto made unsuccessful attempts to get out of the bag, which made the bag jump and roll. This aroused the curiosity of the fellow passengers at the railway station. At the Saharanpur railway station, when grandfather was getting his ticket checked, Toto picked out of the bag and smiled at the ticket collector. As the collector declared that it was a dog, grandfather had to buy a ticket for 3 rupees, much to his annoyance. So when Toto was accepted by grandmother, it was given a place in the stable along with the donkey Nana. Toto did not get well along with Nana as well. Toto enjoyed taking bath in warm water during winter season. One day he almost boiled himself when he jumped into a kettle of boiling water. One afternoon Toto ate the family meal of pulao. He threw the empty dish from the tree and it broke into several pieces. Toto's mischief grew day by day and grandfather realized that they could not keep him at home. Finally he found the same Tonga driver and sold Toto back to him for a sum of 3 rupees. So he sold Toto back. So the monkey was once again back to his home. Okay, so there are word meanings that I have given also in the Google Classroom. First is feeding through. Feeding through means a large container for feeding animals. Tonga means a horse cart. Anglo-Indian means a person relating to both Britain and India. Pickled means food that is preserved in vinegar. Scooping up means lifting. Peg means a hook. Ornamental means decorative. Wrenched means broke. Socket means attachment. Shreds means cut into thin slices. Sociably means in a friendly manner. Adobe means home. Turnstile means a mechanical gate consisting of revolving horizontal arms fixed to a vertical post, allowing only one person at a time to pass through. Annoyance means to anger someone. Vain means an unsuccessful attempt. Quadruped means an animal which has 4 feet. Fare means ticket price. To get his own back means to take revenge. Prodded means push. Halter means a strap or loop pack around the head of a horse or other animals used for leading or tethering it. Haunches means back. Hauled him means pulled him out. Spite means a desire to hurt, annoy or offend someone. Chattered means the sound made by the monkey. So these are the word meanings that are associated with the text Adventures of Toto. The notes are definitely there in the Google Classroom. Your responsibility is to just go through the notes, read the text and practice writing answers at home. Okay students? Okay. So thank you students. Let me end my class.